The problem I chose to talk about for my final project is political echo chambers, especially on social media platforms. An echo chamber is a place, physical or digital, where people only see and hear beliefs that are similar to their own. This then reinforces what they think and makes it harder for them to acknowledge ideas that are different from their own. Echo chambers can happen pretty much anywhere, but for this issue, I'll be discussing social media ones. Echo chambers are often more prevalent on these platforms for two main reasons. The first reason is algorithms. An algorithm is what is used to determine what kind of content you like seeing and what should be recommended to you. On social media, many different aspects go into what your algorithm shows you. For example, if you comment on lots of left-leaning videos and swipe past right-leaning videos, your algorithm will recognize that you're probably left-leaning and recommend you more left-leaning videos that you want to interact with and stop showing you right-leaning videos that you don't interact with. The second reason for these echo chambers is simply that people don't want to see opposing views. For example, if you're a Republican voter, regardless of any algorithm, you wouldn't want to see left-leaning content on your For You page on TikTok. So you would scroll past that content and only interact with right-leaning sources like Newsmax, Fox News, or the Daily Wire. By solely interacting in these areas, they end up reinforcing the echo chamber on themselves. So, why is this a problem? It's because many people who use social media to get information about politics end up being negatively impacted by news organizations and politicians who recognize the echo chambers and use it to take advantage of the fact that people are only getting information from one side. News organizations use echo chambers to report partisan and sometimes even fake news, knowing that it won't be fact-checked by their viewers. One example of this that comes to my mind is before the election last year, all the news stories about Haitian immigrants in Ohio that were eating dogs and cats. The story was a hoax, but it quickly spread around right-leaning spaces online. Since the people in these spaces were in echo chambers, all that they would see were posts and fake pictures saying that this was true, and none of the posts that were fact-checking it. This led them to believe the story was actually true and potentially even change their views on immigration leading up to the election. Politicians use echo chambers in a similar way. They use social media to boost and amplify highly partisan content and views. They're also able to share more extreme views as they know that there will be no outside resistance. This increases political unity and can also create an us versus them mentality. An example of politicians using echo chambers is how they talk about the economy. People from both sides will cherry pick information and statistics about the economy to make it look like their side is doing everything right and the other side is the only reason why the economy isn't perfect. In reality, it's a complex issue that no one party knows all the answers to, but because of echo chambers, many people believe that the other party is doing everything wrong and theirs is doing everything right. Now, this problem can be pretty hard to solve, but there are a few potential solutions. When looking back at my two main reasons for echo chambers, they both seem pretty hard to change. It's really hard to remove an algorithm without completely messing up the social media platform, and you can't force people to watch what they don't want to. Instead, the solution to this problem comes through awareness, especially by public figures and news organizations. Both groups should stop taking advantage of echo chambers and make an effort to report factual news without a heavy partisan bias. One thing that might help is a law that requires news outlets to share reliable sources and where they got their stories from. Another idea would be a law that requires them to share views on an issue from both sides of the political spectrum. Social media platforms can also work to help fight echo chambers by creating a separate news tab that only shows unbiased content. And finally, we as citizens can solve this issue by learning to recognize when we're in an echo chamber and working to distance ourselves from them. We can also have more political discussions with people of opposing views and consume content from all different views.